This is Insight Radio, and you are now listening to your number one online radio station. The light you need on Insight Radio. Alright, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever state, whatever city that you are listening to me from. You know what it is, you know how it is, you know how we do it right here. Alright, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to another wonderful episode of the Pest Experience Show. On this show is where we talk about every single thing that has to do with pest and your number one pest control. And you're welcome, whatever state, whatever city, whatever country that you are listening to me from. You're welcome back into the Pest Experience Show. Across different states, across different city, across different country, you are welcome into the Pest Experience Show. You are very welcome into the Pest Experience Show. You are really amazing. For you to make up time to be part of the show tonight, you are really amazing. Amazing across different states, across different city, across different country, different continent. We cut across different state. And first and foremost, I really want to sincerely apologize to all our listeners who tried to join in on the show. Who tried to join in on the show last week, but we had some technical glitches, and eventually you could not, participate. But mind you, there are some people who have dropped their questions, their answers, their queries, in relation to the aspect of pest control, and that is online marketing. The live questions Q&A has to do with online marketing. And we've been getting questions about how do we do it, what is required to be done, what are things that are required to be done to attain or build up a strong online marketing presence, and we have answered some questions during the live session that we supposedly had. And I use supposedly because we intended that session to be really amazing, but unfortunately, technical issues, we could not attain that height that we expect to have. For that reason, and that reason alone, we had to reschedule that same topic, that same discussion for tonight, right? And this is the Pest Experience Show. You're really welcome into the Pest Experience Show. And tonight is going to be really mind-blowing, amazing, and fantastic. And our guest is also going to be online tonight. Wow, our guest is also going to be online with us tonight. Okay. While our guest is trying to connect with us so we can have a wonderful presence again tonight, I want you guys to sit in tight, drop in your questions, your queries. What do you think? How do you think online marketing is beneficial to your organization? Do you think it's a good idea for yourself? Do you think it's not good? Do you think it's maybe a manageable thing? Just drop it in the comment section on insightradio.net. Drop in your questions, your queries directly on insightradio.net. All right, so we have our guest live right here with us. All right, good evening, Ma.
Good evening, SB.
Yeah, good evening.
SB, the radio man.
Oh my goodness. Well, we have to do what we have to do.
The pest control man, the radio man.
We have to get it done. All right. Well, it's basically tonight we are still going to be talking about the topic, which is live Q&A questions that has to do with the online marketing for pest control operators. Fortunately, we got in people to drop in their own questions, queries from how they've been using these tools. So we'll be taking it one after the other, taking each questions one after the other, and answering them, providing solutions to them, because we have people who are actually like looking forward to solutions in that line. How can I implement these things? It's not working for me. It's not working for my brand. I don't think I need to use it. Something like that. So, first and foremost, I usually love to do an introduction of how exactly and why exactly do I choose this particular guest to talk about these things. And tonight, first and foremost, I would like to introduce us. For those who are just, last week we did the introduction, talked about you very well. But tonight, a lot of people are also going to be looking at who exactly is this? Who's exactly going to be our guest? So we have right here in the studio, Mrs. Damilola Oloruntade, the Chief Operating Officer for A Mobile Group. So over to you, ma. I really love my guests to introduce themselves.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening. My name is Damilola Oloruntade, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer of A Mobile Group, your one-stop sanitation, hygiene, cleaning and pest control company. We're located at Lagos, Nigeria. Precisely, we have a branch at Ojodu and at Ogba. I decided to venture into this industry at a very young age of, I think I was 30, if I'm right now, when I started. I started actually from 25, but I started it as a business. 25. But I started it as a business in when I was 30. Yeah, when I was 30, that was when I started as a business. So it's been a passion. And so if people are always asking, how did I start? I actually started the business from pain. What I mean from pain, I went through a particular period in my life that it would be painful. And in the dream, I just had a dream. And in the dream, I saw that I saw mobile toilets, mobile cleaning. I said, see, and normally, Nigerians are very spiritual.
Yeah.
If some people see anything dirty or anything shit, they say, go and do deliverance. That type of thing.
Yes.
Bad sign. But oh God, I didn't see it as a bad sign, because I just said, I saw it that God is actually doing something. I went to my drawing board, and I noticed there was something called mobile toilet. So there was anything. I think that's for another day, because a lot of people usually ask me, how did you venture into that kind of business again? It's for another day. And that was how I actually ventured into this industry. It was by dream. I saw it, and I ventured into it. And I've got to have it. I think when I was getting married, I got married to someone who was very, very passionate about the environment. It was actually logistics, and it was several things. And we got married and we joined together. And, God, we build a group, and it's growing, and it's a community. By the grace of God, we do several things. And several things which some people don't even know, which you guys really know. You understand?
True.
And so that's what I did. And so that's been A Mobile Group. So we're into cleaning services. We have a store, we have a pest control company, we have an academy, a toilet company. Also, we have a several things that we actually do in the center.
Amazing.
So
okay.
I'll tell people, I don't know.
Amazing.
If you want to know more, maybe one day talk about the book.
Exactly. There's something that really attracted me to you concerning this topic of tonight, which is live Q&A, the online marketing aspect for pest control operators. And that's the fact that each of all the brands that you've listed out have their own special websites, and they have their own social media account. I can actually say that you personally have about like your own personal Instagram accounts. You have over like 2 of it, I guess. So even each of the brands have their own social media accounts. That was like, okay, who can actually talk about these things? It means that if you can have these platforms, and you personally, you have 2 accounts, it means that this thing is working for you because you put more energy in what exactly is working for you. So I'm going to start with part of the questions that we got. Number one person said, talking about paid and free adverts for starters, how can they maximize or manage these two opportunities? He said, I feel my online marketing isn't that strong, though I get jobs without running ads. But recently, business has been slow, and I feel I have strong online presence. It would have been okay. I feel if I have strong online presence, it would have been a little bit better. How can online marketing really help my business, and how does it work? That's number one question that we got.
All right, good. Thank you, SB.
Yes.
Okay, so this particular person, please don't too hard on yourself. The mistakes a lot of us may actually make, especially entrepreneurs, is maybe you're starting up and you're just wondering, I'm not making sales. And even crown it all, when you actually go online and you go, I call it the Instagram streets. I'm always saying the social media streets. And when you go on those social media streets, those streets can make you, can actually get you on your toes. Those streets, the social media streets can run you crazy. So you have to be very careful when you are actually on the streets, because that is why it is called social. So when you are saying social, it simply means there's going to be a lot of fake things being done there. Because when it's social, when it's social, anything social, you're having fun. You just want to have fun. That's what social means. So that's why you see a lot of people, they just, we have a lot of skits going on social media. So the same thing, if you're actually...
Before you proceed, sorry to cut you short, I want to actually give like a practical example to the skit you mentioned. There's some people that literally, I think at some point there was a trend I saw on Instagram about sold out. Hey, I'm sold out. Sold out for the week, sold out for the month. I think is that part of the skits that you're talking about?
It's not the skits I'm talking about. Yeah. Yes, the strategy. A lot of people are using a strategy to be able to mix it. There's even another new one that's actually saying I made 100 million. Seriously, the day I actually saw that thing, I was like, 1 million. Wow. Someone said I made 1 billion. I was like,
okay.
So later on that I was not like, oh my God, this is a bit, They're just doing it so that people comment, people can follow. So you need to understand that the strategies used when it comes to social media. Everybody their strategy, and you need to understand also own vision. So don't be too hard on yourself. What is your vision as a business owner? I love to work from vision. The reason is your vision is your future, you understand, in a picture. That's your vision. And so you need to actually picture it. Where are you going exactly? So the same thing with your social media. Where do I really want my social media to be? Okay, I'll give you an example. For this weekend, I've just been thinking, we need to change some things, the way we do some things, and blah, blah, blah. And let me tell you, and I'm like, we are not doing so well in some certain things. And I'm like, I've been... Now, will I justify myself? No. I'm not doing so well. No. What I just need to do is I need to go back to my drawing board and see what I'm doing that is actually wrong. So I need that person to actually go back to his drawing board. Okay, why is it that the social media ad is not actually going through? Is it because what I'm picking when it comes to the keywords, I'm not putting the right keywords? Is it because I'm not properly trained, as a social media person? Do I need someone to really handle this account for me? Okay, do I even have the money for someone to really handle it? Okay, if I really give it to someone, will they handle it properly? Will they be able to understand? So you need to be very truthful to yourself and answer that question, genuinely. If you're able to answer that question, then you can actually come to a conclusion that maybe your heads are not working properly or they're working properly. Then you need to understand that there are seasons. There are seasons in everything. So in this business, we have seasons. Some of us don't know there's a season that you need to be able to advertise more of cockroaches. There's a season you need to be able to advertise more of general pest control. Some people don't know that there's a season termite is a lot, in Nigeria. Even if you're in cleaning, some people do not know that post-construction does not move when it's rain season. because a lot of people are going to build during the rainy season. So if maybe post-construction is one of your major strengths, or maybe one of the niche that you have created for yourself, it simply means that during rainy season, you might not get jobs. So can you now look inwards? What can I be doing during this rainy season? So that, of course, I'm going to get jobs. So that's the mistake some of us are making. We make such mistakes is when I notice that and I'm like, come. Come, this is not the season for this, so this is the season for this. So when those seasons also come, it might be that you want to do trainings. Is it time for you to train your staff? Because a lot of us do not know that maybe you need to, like for example, last month, I decided that some of our teams wanted to do a lot of trainings. We just make sure that every one of them were trained. Either they were in the cleaning team or they were technicians. Everybody was trained, and that was just it. So we tried to train everyone again, because we are not the ones doing this job. We're not the one doing this job, and that's the way we can be able to stay in business now online. And be fantastic for the business. And that's what a lot of us actually make a mistake. So you're thinking, okay, can online make a way? Yes, online can make a way for you. You need to understand where you are. Now, another thing again is some of us, it depends on the area that you are actually running from. So I'll give you a very good example. Maybe you are running from very discreet place, I'm sorry to just name this place, maybe very discreet place in Adamawa, let me put it that way, Adamawa, you understand?
Okay.
A lot of people will not be using the internet there,
true.
And, you need to look at it. Okay, can I look for another way of actually marketing? If not, and if you're not going to be doing your marketing via online, now it might be that you are to be targeting people that have homes. You understand?
True.
Adamawa citizens that are living in abroad, that are living in Nigeria, or that are living in Lagos. You are targeting them, and you're now making them at home. Are you calling holiday? Okay. FB is in Adamawa. You can always call us, for doing your handbook. You have to tweak your business. You want to be able to suit your environment.
True.
You cannot use edge strategy, you understand, to work, and you cannot use a mobile strategy to work. Exactly. And I see that a lot in the industry. And that might not make our industry to grow. Because a lot of us we are using the same thing. They are pure. Nigerians, we like pure water. When pure water came into
exactly,
everybody they do pure water. Everybody wanted to open a pure water factory. When you ask anybody, what do you do for a living? No, I have a pure water factory. I'm like, really? You didn't even think again. Everybody now pure water. And that's the thing. So.
I want to add up to the example you just give now, talking about the location. This has to do with first in understanding your target audience. So if, for instance, for me now, this is like a practical aspect. For me, when I was in Lagos, when I was actually fully based in Lagos, most of my clients are actually coming from Instagram. And even to today, most of my clients are coming from Instagram. But now I moved down to Ibadan, the number dropped drastically, and that's because the Ibadan people do not conceive so much of online information. Things that work here has to do with radio, has to do with billboards. Not like Lagos. You can actually put billboards, but the conversion rate is really, really low compared to when you have it in Ibadan. And it's even cheaper to actually place billboards in Ibadan, because people walk out, people are always on the road, people are always going out in Ibadan. You see these people, they want to perceive, they want to read this information, not that they want to go online. It's just the online market for Ibadan is just coming up compared to how Lagos has been. So we need to understand the location where your target audience are actually based. So for me now, if I want to run adverts, I will go to Agidigbo or go to all these radio stations, then place my jingles there. That's adverts. That's when I want to eat the Ibadan market. But if you now look at some other states like you give, like the examples that you give, so it's important that people need to understand the location that they are based and understand the audience type in that location. I think that would be a very good answer to the question that was raised. I hope this person listens to it. Amazing. So we have Smartwash live listening to us. So it's my pleasure joining greetings to you. Welcome very much. Welcome to the show. It's one of our greatest supporter. He never misses Best Experience show at all. Amazing. Thank you very much for joining, sir. All right. So we still have multiple questions that came in last week. So for people who want to drop in their questions, you can also call in directly into the show and you have us answer your question. You can call on 090-178-27767. 090-178-27767. That's the phone lines to call in into the show directly. So now to the next question that was raised. And this has to do with, do pest control and cleaning companies really need a website? Using the Nigerian market as a case study, I have heard people say I have a website, but my clients hardly contact me from the website. They prefer chatting from either WhatsApp, Instagram, and other social media platforms. Please, using Nigerian market as a case study, I would like to know if websites is really a necessity for us, a cleaner and pest control practitioners.
Great. Okay. Thank you, Hesby.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to use our company as an example because one thing is if you really want to learn, it's always for you to learn from people that actually maybe they've gone through that particular experience before, so that you don't make the same mistakes that they have actually made. So that's why like today, I was listening to a particular speech, and I remember what it was. One thing is experience. Yes, you can have an experience for 10, 15, 16 years. Is the time, that is actually a variable, in that your experience. So you have an experience, just a matter of, it doesn't mean that you are going to be better than someone that starts, 2 years or 3 years. And the reason why it's always there for you to listen to people that have gone ahead is because so they use 10 years, to achieve, you will 6 months to achieve it. So that's why most times when you call out, even people, they should come and train, come and learn some certain things. It's not that maybe you just want to collect money. Okay, come and build a website. No, what you're just saying is, you know what? I know what this thing can do. Experience, I have a record that shows for it. So that's why I like to use myself as an example. One thing is, if I've not gone with, I think I want to use myself as an example. So day one of our business, like I said, I started this business. It will be because I started the way we started. Now, when that is from day one, we've an internet-based company. And our internet-based company, we actually had a website from the beginning. I think we had a website, year after we had a website, running. And because one thing was our vision was really very, you need to have a very clear vision, seriously. You have to have a very clear vision because if you have a vision, your vision is going to take you to places you can never imagine. Because you have challenges in business, but it's the vision that you have that is going to be driving you. So our vision from day one, you understand, has always been like we wanted to be a global market. And so because we said we wanted to have a global market, so from day one, we make sure that our internet base, anything technology, I was signing up to several things. I've been using software for years. Even when I was the only one, I was interested in software. Some of them even I can't even buy, but I was trying to do the free version. That was it. I remember when I was using Microsoft Professional for accounting, then. And that's it. So I've always been someone that, and I was able to keep my data, very, very, very well. So it simply means, of course, if someone asks me, how much were you making, in a particular year, I can actually go back, so I say this was how much we're making, because we're using software from the beginning. So yes. And so our vision has been internet-based. So now you as a business owner, where are you in your business? You not having a website is relative. It's a matter of, do you have enough money at that time? Okay.
Cool.
If you do not, if you are a startup, for example, and you don't have enough money to have a website, you say no, website may not be the next thing for you to do. But if you know that yes, you have money, why not? Why not go for it? Because if you go for it, it's really going to help you more. How? So the reason why it's going to help you is because your website can actually website links to several things now. You know, when we were talking about this online marketing is not only you having a website. It tells your LinkedIn, your TikTok, your Instagram, your Facebook, your website. You know, you are putting everything together. And guess what? You know, most of these things are actually linked. And thank you for this AI. How do you think AI works? AI works because it's over the years, AI has been able to get several information. It's just like your head. What they've done is they've been able to get several information using all those algorithms that we've been using over the years. And they've been able to bring this together. They've been able to use data and to be able to have a virtual code. You know, so the code is what we are seeing as, you know, all this AI thing working. And it simply means that technology is evolving daily. You cannot say because someone said or because you heard or you think it's not working, you shouldn't have it. Ask yourself, can I afford it? If you
Exactly.
can afford it, you're going to afford it. Because your websites, there's something we call SEO. That's your search engine optimization. What does that do? You know, so that, you know, is a very strong way that your keywords. So, for example, if you go on the internet on Google now and you type Insight Radio,
Yes.
because Insight Radio is a techie person, or you type SB Fumigman, he's a techie guy. So he has been able to see his website, you understand, in such a way that when you are looking for anything bed bug, you know, he's the first person. But don't worry, SB, I'm on your case. You know what I mean? I'm on your case.
I already know what you mean because you've used that already, so I know that part. Okay,
You know
let me
that
go.
part,
Let,
I'm
let,
on your
let me
case.
go back to my table.
You know, so I'm on your case for that one. I'm like, look at this.
For you to use bed bugs, okay, I do your research.
You know, so can you imagine? So
Oh
it
my
simply means
goodness.
certain bed bugs, you know, bed bugs. So, you know, he has created a niche for
Yeah,
himself. He
yeah,
has created a niche. That's why some of us that we are thinking that we don't have jobs. We don't have jobs. The reason is, are you creating a niche for yourself?
exactly,
And you
exactly.
having a website, having a website, all those algorithms, you know, it can be able to show you several things. If you have a website, you know, your website can be linked also to your Instagram can be linked to your website, your
Exactly.
YouTube can be linked to your website, your Facebook can be linked to your website. So it means that you can easily have more traffic. And you're like, you know, as you said something last
Yes.
week that you will generate more revenue. More
Exactly.
revenue.
In
So
fact, I want to actually
I'm a
I
good
want to
student.
I want to talk about that part too.
Can you say that I'm a good student? I'm a good student. I'm a very good student.
Oh my goodness.
You know? So
Amazing.
that's why you people just listen to Inside Radio because a lot of things, you know, when you get to just get there are some things that they say there that I'm like, oh my god, I've learned something. So I learned something from him. So we have a
Amazing.
website. We had a website, and that website, even like if you go to www.abobytoilet.com,
Yeah.
.mg, we couldn't even keep up when we started. We could not keep up to answering messages, as in replying
Amazing.
messages. Can you imagine? I'm
Amazing.
telling you, we couldn't because we did not have enough capacity.
Wow.
So another thing is when you know you are going to have a website, please
True.
be ready for the capacity. I'm
Exactly.
telling you.
I think that's one part I really want to even lay emphasis on because you see some people just design a website and this is where they get it totally all wrong. I'm saying this from the perspective of a consultant now to most people.
Yeah.
The parts they get these things totally wrong and why it doesn't work for them is because when they design a website, that is all. Sometimes some of them, I have some people right now that they've paid, let me say, half of website design and eventually you'll be the one chasing them to send their about us, their mission and vision statements. There's even one that actually sat down because it didn't send it. I had to create it myself. Just imagine me creating the About Us for a brand. Myself.
They're giving them their
So some people literally don't have that so much time to sit down and say, okay, I want to build up this website and I need to get content out there. Now, it is very important that when you're building up a website, setting up a website for your brand, there should be at least every month, at least 2 to 3 content. Even let's say for a start, maybe once in every month. Once in every month, there should be content on your website. And the content that I mean is that there should be blog posts. Now, she talked about something like SEO. Someone might be wondering what's SEO. It's called search engine optimization. And you gave an example, practical example to how I used my website as a niche for bed bugs, even my Instagram account. When you search bed bugs, I've done this, I've used a couple of people's accounts to like confirm this. When you search bed bugs, you will see 2 accounts that will come out first. And the 2 accounts that will come out first belongs to SB. So, I know. So people, this is like a secret, but now you don't cast. So the secret don't cast. I don't cast. So we guys just cast out like that. But now this is like an important aspect. What I just did there is just tweaking with the algorithm, basically. And that can also work for your website. When you have a website that is specifically made for your niche, for your brand, number one, it helps you to become a resource person in the industry. Now, if people just imagine people search for upholstery cleaning, or just imagine the questions you ask Google, where are these questions answers coming out from? I don't know how people really just say website is not necessary. Somebody else is providing the information that you are consuming. Why can't you be the resource person that will provide more information that people will consume, and they see you as a resource person? Then you increase your revenue. And the other way, that's an indirect revenue stream, not a direct method, but you're just using one stone to kill 2 birds. That's one. Secondly, some people really just build up a website and leave it. There's what they call Google Adverts. You see, it's important to put in investment. There's a video I'm going to drop tomorrow morning. And intentionally, I wanted to drop the video today, but I've done this video like 2 years ago. I talked about something about brands comparing themselves with some other people, and eventually they're saying, oh, this person is doing better than me. I'm not doing better than this person, or something like that. Then I made mention of something in that particular video. In fact, that video, I was like, this video needs to go back again to some of these platforms and shake tables again. Because some people really do not look at how much are they really investing in their brand before they compare. I have a brand, I talked about this last week. I have a brand that's literally, this person invests nothing less than $200 every month in this same industry, cleaning and pest control industry. Just imagine how much this person will be generating back. Whereas you just have a website and you just abandon it like that, or even have an Instagram account and you just abandon it like that. Some people are investing over 200K for adverts every month. So the revenue stream will be different. The growth pattern will be totally different. So that's why some people feel like this thing is not working, but we need to look at how much investment are we making in terms of content, in terms of investments, in terms of money, in terms of knowledge knowledge capital. How much are we investing? Those are the 2 major things I want this person that asks the question to critically analyze first before you conclude it's not working. So that's that. Do you have anything to say about that question again?
Yes. So another thing is, when it comes to website, you need to understand that your website is a global village. Actually, the whole of internet is a global village. Now, if you're planning to the global, okay, meaning that the website is very, very important. If you're planning to also have a very good representation, maybe you want very big contracts, big names, multinationals. If you people that work with multinationals, I'm talking about Claiborne. If you want to check Squeaky Clean, if you check Boxer, you will know that they have. You think it's a lie that they have their websites.
If you check their websites, you will see oh my god! I don't want to say what I was saying because these people invest so much.
If you check them very well,
Yeah.
We notice that in their Instagram page, they don't shout on their Instagram page. They use, you know what? They use the conversion is actually from their website.
From their website, 100%. I've,
Some of us don't understand.
I've gotten
You're looking at your
conversations.
computer.
I've gotten into conversations with one of the brands that you made mention, and this man said something. He said, if you check their Instagram account, you literally just see maybe once in a while. And the time they'll be posting is like in the morning, where everybody is still just waking up. Maybe once in 2 weeks. But he said they invest so much on Google adverts. And that's because now they understand their location. They can't go beyond Lekki Ajah side. So how then can they target that Lekki Ajah side? They use Google Ads to manage that demographics.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So before you nail websites, what is your strategy? Before you nail website, what is your vision?
Exactly.
You know, these people, there are people that I love so much. I look up to them in the industry. They're my boss. You know, and I look toward, and what I even do at the same time, you know, what I do at the same time also is I'm always like, I want to learn from them. So one thing is, don't ever think when you see some people doing some certain things. I think it's always very good. Look at, okay, why are they doing this thing?
Exactly.
Don't condemn it. Why are they doing it? So go and check before you make up your mind that website is not good. Can you look at people that have been in the industry for years? Okay, are they doing this thing? Are they doing well? Okay, people that have websites, let me even see some of their websites. How are they really doing? Now, do you know that there's some AI that you can actually go to and you put, websites, and it's going to tell you something about their website.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. So you need to be very creative. You need to be innovative in this industry. Never think websites is not necessary. Have it back of your mind that is it at the right time? Can I afford this? Because the website is a lot of money. Now, remember, you don't have to have like 10 pages. It's not like us. Nobody say we get 10 pages. It might just be 1 or 2 pages that you have. I'm telling you. And even if you cannot afford it, sorry, SB, I said this last week. The point is, there's AI that can create a website for you. Go and create it. Start from somewhere. When you start from somewhere and it's not generating something, I'm telling you, you will come to SB, come and make this thing very professional for me. Okay.
Exactly.
I think this thing is making sense. Let me put money in it. Exactly. And SB, maybe you can actually you can throw something into the industry, that maybe, okay, fine, create one page. You can pick randomly, yes, we are creating one page website, for free. Okay. Run it, let's see, use it as an example for people to see.
That's true.
One page website. Use it as an example, you understand? So yes, let's watch, because one thing about Nigeria is still a market that is virgin market when it comes to some certain things. A lot of us do not understand. So you just have to do some certain things, free sometimes to be able to get people to the market and be able to appreciate that these are ways, that you can actually these are ways that you can actually generate a lot of sales and a lot of conversion. So that's what I have to say. Thank you.
Amazing. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm definitely gonna do that. That's it. You just brought an opportunity to the people. That's good.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm just going to call that SBI must be one of those.
Maybe we'll do it this way. Maybe we'll do it this way. People who are listening directly on Inside Radio right now, you can use the chat box, sign up with your name and where you are listening from. Maybe you're in Lagos, maybe you're in Ibadan, maybe you're in Abuja. Just sign in with your name and let's know where you are located. And if you don't have a website, just name your brand, drop your phone number. I'm going to give you a call back straight. So I'm going to do a website design for you. I mean, you are actually like the MVP for taking your time to actually listen to InsideRadio.net. I'm giving you that. Amazing. Also, you can drop in, if you have more questions, you can drop in your questions at the chat box, or you can call directly to the studio 090-178-27767. We still have more questions. Like I said, 090-178-27767. That's the phone lines to call in. So now, another question came in, is that with the rise of online reviews and ratings, How can pest control companies ensure their online reputations remain positive and influential? Hmm.
You see that question? It has scale. Okay, so because the industry that we're in, the service business, is the service industry, and the service industry that you have to, people need to see the results as an instant result for them to believe that you're good. Now, another thing is the nation that find ourselves, you understand, happen to be a nation we can actually have problematic people, problematic customers. A nation that some people, because they want to get at you, they just want to make very bad reviews. And they are not like, I'll finish you. Maybe they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay you their balance. I had one client, because the client didn't want to pay balance. Next thing, the client just said, I can't give a bad review. I said, you can go ahead and give bad review, because the point is, right, and I have every evidences. So when it comes to getting reviews in Nigeria, I think it's actually getting better compared to before. There are softwares also that you can be used for reviews. So I think which some of us have to start using, in the sense immediately they are finishing their job. They are sending the software is going to send to them immediately, and it's going to be telling them, to actually give reviews. Now, back in Nigeria, we don't like typing so much. Is a bad thing. They don't. If you tell people to even fill three statements, they tell you it's too long.
Exactly.
I've experienced it because we usually send feedback forms to our client, and the point is when we send feedback to them, even to not feel. Sometimes we 5 questions. If you tell you 5 questions is too serious. I'm too busy, and that's because Nigeria is headache. So Nigeria can't be. So, and that's something we feedback. So what we did was the customer service would just send a message, good afternoon, ma'am. So how was the service? So that they would just immediately, they will send the database, let them give their reviews. And so when we get that reviews, of course, we can use it. For us to be able to get more reviews is when we must software, we can be able to increase our reviews than anything. Amazing. That's something the same technology that we're talking about.
There's even something I did. There was a time I introduced you to this technician management app. It's just that.
Yeah.
So that does the work actually. It helps you get the review immediately after the service. That's like before your technicians step out of the house, you just give them the phone, they sign in and all. But due to the Naira exchange issues like that, so that didn't really go well. So what I did was to create a Google form. This Google form answers, I dropped in major questions there that the technicians has to fill. The client also has to fill it, like the type of treatment the technician applied and all. So it helped me get a lot of information from the client. So before these guys leave sites, they present their phones to the client, and the client has no option than to fill it at that point, drop the information at that point, because that's the best one. So I think what people can also apply is using something like Google Forms. You can integrate this Google form on your website. Now,
but the Google form, I like that one that you said. Sorry, the Google form has to be filled on the site. That's the word. That's the catch.
It has to be filled on.
It has to be filled on the site.
Yes, that's the catch. It has to be filled on the site. So it's just like the technicians can't live there without filling it. I mean, I've seen my technicians do that. So even when I'm not available, they do that. So you just present the phone to the client. Oh, sorry, we need to fill this information. In fact, it gives an impression to the clients that yes, these people are actually a professional, because they need the feedback to be able to improve. So that's really, really also important. Then this Google form thing can actually be integrated with your website so that they can also fill the information from your website. Yes. So it's also get them back into the website and say, oh yes, we have a website, fantastic. It makes it really, really standard also. And again, one thing is the major challenge there, and that's because I know people want to drop questions. Oh, technicians, they are not really tech savvy and all. This Google form thing, you literally just need data for them and tell them this is how to do it. This is where to do the things. Some people, if you don't show them like this, they still don't, because we expect too much from people, and that's the major challenge. That okay, they should understand how to do it. They should understand, but if you don't teach them how to do it, they eventually not do it perfectly well. But before you go out and do this kind of things, first is to understand. I mean, pass this information to your technicians very well. Do you know how to fill up Google Form? If they don't know, show them how they should do it. So that's also very important. I think this will really, really help and boost up reviews. So now another person dropped a question and said, "How can pest control businesses effectively integrate online booking system into their websites?" For me, I think I'll first go first. as a consultant and a website designer, yeah, I've done online booking system on my own website, and honestly speaking, it didn't go well because people really do not have so much time to start booking because they feel like they won't get any response immediately after booking. Okay, so we have Mr. Badmos Babatunde Oladapo. Why did you give us your full name? Company name is Gizland Integrated Services. Okay, Gizland, you just want a one-page website from SB. All right, so I'll be in touch with you. Yeah, from Lagos State. Amazing. So back to my conversation. So that really did not go well. Getting an online booking system into your website really did not go well. And that's like building up a special page. But if you have a page that has the information of your brand and a click to easy chats, maybe a live chat, maybe a WhatsApp button, maybe just easy booking, make it easy to book. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 questions, and they can easily, after the booking, you get them instant response. That's really, really important. So that's my own view to that question.
Yeah, you're right. So I think that was maybe that should be the reason why some will think website is not working because people don't book on the website. In Nigeria, and the reason still stand on. We are just a country we want everything sharp, everything now. So when you are telling them that they should, this on a long thing,
exactly,
a long thing, So and that's the thing. That's the way it is. So we even. Shopping on websites, more shopping on websites. It's just now that it's getting better, in Nigeria.
Yes.
If you I'll tell you what went through, as in we have an e-commerce website, and I can tell you that we are putting it to be able to have people to get by there. And the reason is that maybe there's a trust issue. People are putting their card online. And so that they don't want any scammers, to actually scam them. That's the thing. I believe that it's over time. I'm from the school of thought of continue to push more. By the time you push more, you'll be surprised that people are getting to know these things. It's just over time. People will they'll be relaxing and getting to understand that, I can actually shop at a clean pet store and I can have rest of mind that my card is not going to be, whatever, harmed or whatever, So I think it's just a matter of time. So it's just a matter of our patient business. A lot of us just want to think, because it's not working, it's not going to work. Like I said, I'm telling you, we had booking on our toilet site, we couldn't meet up with capacity. Wow. I'm telling you the truth. And we had to now stop it. We couldn't. But it took us years for people to start believing.
Wow.
So that's something that we need to understand. Nigerians love to know that, yes, they love to have comfort in the sense that they can trust you, like Dangote.
True. Some of them just want to feel the brand first before they can actually buy from the brand.
That's the thing. So it's a matter of time. So put the booking form. Don't worry. Like us, we are putting book on all that. Well, I don't care. One thing I know that we're going to eat it. That's just to eat it. Great. And when we eat it hard. Because why? Trying to now increase capacity.
Great. I think what will work.
They're giving someone else to that. When you are building the capacity.
True. That's another thing. People literally to know that do they have the capacity to retain or attain that height or respond to that kind of huge clients that they are hoping to get. That's another thing. No? So now,
message, right? Sure, you are ready.
Exactly. Are you ready for the traffic? Great. So now, one thing is also very important, because if you have a booking website and the website is actually scanty in the sense that you don't have enough information, it's hard for people to trust you if you can do the job.
Sure.
But just imagine when you have, blog posts that have answered so many questions. Imagine your website has video content that people can, there's a face to this brand already. If you check my consultancy website, it's shofobisolutions.com. There are some of my videos actually put there. That's my personal website, but it's going to link you up to my pest control website. If you now go to the pest control website, you will see my pictures there. You will see my technician pictures there. It builds up a trust with the client already without stress. It builds up trust. But some people eventually they will just go and put in white pictures and expect people to buy. Put a Oyinbo's picture on the website, pictures that have passed through so many websites before it gets to the internet. Number one, the disadvantage of something like that is that it affects your SEO ranking. Because the pictures has gone through so many websites before you use it, it affects your SEO. And that's something people really do not know. But I'm saying it today. Avoid using people's picture on your website. Number one, it reduces the trust that people would have with your brand. Secondly, Google will not even rank the website at all. So these are the disadvantages of using when it comes to website not working and stuff like that. I feel like I need to add that to the question, and I hope people are actually learning from this conversation, because this is a whole lot. There's a whole lot that would actually benefit so many brands out there. So if you want to join in the conversation, you can call in 090-178-27767. I see a lot of people listening, but I don't know why they're not joining the chat. Okay, so Mr. Badmos Babatunde has dropped his number. All right, I'm going to give you a call after this show so you can talk about your website, give you some information so we can have you do something amazing. So now another question says, what are some innovative ways pest control can use email marketing to nurture leads, retain customers, and encourage referrals? I don't feel like there's any innovative way here. Just get the email marketing done, bro.
Just get you can if maybe what the person is trying to say now is if you want to do your email marketing, maybe your email marketing in the sense that general pest control, commercial, residential, if you want to create a niche for it, maybe you guys are just like, I started with mosquitoes only. That was what we started with. As in we start with general pest control. I remember that was the time I was discussing with Rehoboth, Mr. Paul, and I was telling him that our pest control. And then I started with mosquito, because I just think mosquitoes was something I just wanted to know so much,
Wow.
So I started with mosquitoes. So, and because of that, I think even in our store, we have a lot of things on mosquitoes, because when you have learned about mosquito, the next thing was we now pick cockroaches. So now when it comes to cockroach, there's no cockroach that's for instance, even everybody on our team, they can actually deal with any cockroach. So maybe when it comes to your email marketing, you can actually create a niche for yourself, and you can decide that, okay, I just want to be sending next 1 month, I'm going to be sending rats, termites. Now, cats, who are the people that, which area, has rats, loads of rats in Lagos State, for example, people will know that Lagos, they have enough rats living outside, and anyway. And, so the point
Mr. Badmos is saying, SB, fly control is sweet now than bed bug. Study fly identification nature now. Okay, boss, I don't hear you. Okay, I still remain with my bed bugs, bro.
I don't type on. I will run with that. Fly. Okay. Those that
Okay.
thing. So you just got marketing. That's marketing. Start sending it to the right people. So I
Great.
think it doesn't matter of you just understand. Look at what you just said now, flies. So you can decide that
Exactly.
flies. Start doing that email. Those areas. Where is this fly? Where are those people that we get flies? Where? Send that there, those areas. Of course,
That's has to
things
do
can
with
happen.
majorly the conversations that needs to go with the email. But now,
Yeah.
if this person do not have an email list, that's number one thing, and I'm going to take it from there. My there was a
Okay,
training I was asked to that I facilitated with the Fortune Training Academy when they had the training session last year, and I said something during the training session that there is a secret to how to generate email. You know, in service businesses, you will agree with me that when you reach out to your clients and you tell them, send me your email after the job, they literally just ignore the whole thing because my brother, I'm not, the bed bugs are not disturbing me. Stuff. I don't want you to spam me with so many emails. But now, how do you not generate these emails? Because people would not give you their emails. One thing that I do is this. I have I have a software, an invoicing software. It's called Zoho Invoice. Now, when I close a deal with a client and say, okay, for this 3-bedroom apartment, I'm collecting 50K. Fine, come and do the job tomorrow. I ask 4 major questions. Number 1, what is your full name? What is your email address? Your house address, and your phone number. Those 4 things, they are critical information that the clients would want to give you because they want you to come to the apartment. Number 1, this email that I'm generating will help me generate an invoice. The email I'm generating after the whole thing, at the end of the month, I know that my my customer database has increased maybe by 20% or 30% or something. I just go to the the Zoho invoice thing and export my customer database. Then on my website, I have integrated an email marketing system into it already. So I just import those email there. So whatever blog posts that I drop out on my website goes into their emails automatically. These are the advantages. So you can see how I've integrated email marketing with my website and also to be able to continue conversation with my client. That's a way to retain these people. And it's another way to attract these people into your email list. Now, there are 2 ways. There are leads and there are prospects. Leads now are the people, these are the people that you are trying to get, right? So how do you now get emails of people that have not patronized you, but you feel like they need your service? This is where you now need to do your research very well. Now, there was a time there was a thing I did for a brand like that, and it was a software. So the software we bought about $25 then. I don't know how much it will be now. So what that software does is that it goes into different websites online and generates emails according to different industry, different sectors. So if you write doctor, it's going to give you email list of doctors. You'll be seeing confirm emails of doctors. But the challenge with that is that some of these emails would bounce. And when they bounce, it affects your email rating. So it's important to actually verify these emails. This is where the critical work is. So verify the emails, ensure that these emails are correct. Another way to this thing is look at the brands. If you are targeting hotels, you have to do your due diligence. Go online. These people drop out their information on their websites. These people drop out their information online on something like Google My Business. Kai, I'm dropping bars. How people are jotting things down. So these people drop their information on their. So people that missed today's session now, they are missing a lot of insights on Insights Radio. Okay, so now these people have their information on their websites. They have their emails on their website. They have their phone numbers on their website. They have their emails on their Google My Business thing. Besides when you are targeting like industries, companies. Now, another secret to this thing is you want to look at decision makers in the industry that you want to go into. These people are on LinkedIn. Go there, Farabale, and find the people that you need to talk to there and get their emails. So you can add them to your list and consistently Now, in email marketing, it's what they call segmentation. You need to segment such that you're not passing the information that you're passing to a retaining client or returning clients to a new client. They are two different things. The information should be totally different. Now, you want to pass an information to a returning client, you should be talking about discounts, offers. You should be talking about free tips. But if you're looking at new clients, new people, you should be talking about your service. You should be talking about how your service will be beneficial to their brand. Direct, personalized messages. That should be the focus for new clients. So that's why it's important to understand email marketing first before you dabble into these things. And there's a way this thing integrates itself with your website and your website. There's what they call lead magnets. Oh my God. What they call lead magnets in emails. I mean, in websites. Now, if you are in cleaning or if you're a cleaner, there are some questions that people have asked you over the years. Amazing questions. And how do I dry my chairs after washing? Maybe when rain is falling. You can put up all the maybe 50 FAQs that people ask in cleaning. They now put this thing up into an ebook. This ebook now, make it a free ebook on your website. That's why some people go to different websites and you see some pop-ups come up, boom, and people will be like,
Thank you for that advice.
So I think this is going to work for a mobile pest store very, very well. Because people go through that, those ebooks, people will buy it. That would help you generate database. Like people just sign up for free to get that ebooks for free. I did this with my bedbug checklist. I have a checklist that I use for most of my clients. So I give it to my clients for free because I've gotten their database already. But some people that I know that I want to target, I just tell them, sign up to this form. When I did my 5 years anniversary, I did this in UI. So I went into UI. We selected 5 rooms to treat for free. But when we got there, we rated all the rooms. Whereas our major target was just 5, but we went to all the rooms inside school and asked people, do you have bedbug issues? We talked to them, consult to them, talk to them, advise them what to do. Then all of them, I started sharing them that book. I gave them coupon codes. On the website, it's telling you that for you to download it is 5,000 naira. But for you guys, I created a coupon code. I used UI bedbug thing. So it was as if, this thing is an offer that nobody can get it again. Whereas I can actually literally just give you the book. That's a strategy to generate database. But that helped me to generate database of these people so that I can sell my insecticide products to them. That was my target. So it's important to understand your audience and the information you want to pass to the audience first before you start even going to email marketing or getting a website. These are critical advantages of website. So how then is your website useless? Oh my goodness. When you understand these things and see how these things really, really work. In fact, at this point now, I want to actually get someone to really just focus on the website alone. Like just focus on the back end of my website, sending out emails, nurture the existing clients, ensure that informations are going out very well. When you start to get traffic, in fact, you will feel like, I think this thing is working. You won't stress yourself because returning clients, it's just like showing up to them every day. If you buy something from Domino Pizza now, you get information regularly. Sign up on their mails. They are doing customer engagements. They want you to come back. And that's when you show up to their face every single time. I hope people are actually jotting things down because all these things I just dropped out now, don't be free. You can't get it anywhere. Oh my goodness. Amazing. It's been a wonderful session. Okay, so we still have a couple of questions. Amazing people who are listening. Sabalmo said, rats na agigi. Okay. I don't understand that.
Agigi.
I don't get it. Okay, so we have that's the thing. I think what he's trying to say is understanding your location. I think that we talked about when we started.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was trying to say. So we have Esther on the chat box. We have Mr. Tolulope. We have Badmus Babatunde on the chat box. You can drop in your questions, contributions, or comments in the chat box. And for people who are listening to InsideRadio.net, or maybe that would listen to the podcast after this, because this is going to be out on Spotify and so many platforms, so that people can listen and listen again. There's a lot of insights here. That's good. So we have another question that says, what interactive features should be integrated into a website to make a website interactive and friendly?
I think you have answered that question.
I think we've answered. We talked about this actually. So there's another one.
Yeah, so you shouldn't try to use your...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't talk that. Now, I think this second question goes into social media. So you said, what types of content perform best on different social media platforms for service businesses, and how can they tailor their content accordingly? I'm going to first start with the dancing ones first. Let's first shake that table.
Okay, so now, one thing is, dancing is good, but you need to understand your target people that you want to target.
True.
So it's not every time, not like us, it's not every day that we dance. So we have days that try to dance, and it's not like we dance every day. Because one thing about you need to understand about social media is, if you want to do dancing, I think it's very good on TikTok.
Yeah.
And you need to actually look also. It's very good. That's what I've learned.
Yes.
And you need to also look at your target market.
Exactly.
So if you know that your target market is the youth, you understand, then of course, TikTok is a very good way. When you dance, I'm telling you, they will call you because they will always watch it.
True.
That's it. But the thing is, that phase also is just a matter of time. It's a matter of time. What I see more that is actually going on now is a bit more of education.
Exactly.
Which we need to really tap into. A lot of people, especially back here in Nigeria. So during your dancing, don't forget, and that's something that we are now thinking in that I've been like came in my head, and I was able to think through it over this weekend. That yes, even though they would dance, we need to do more of education.
True.
Clients now, the problem that we are having in our industry, you will see Instablog posting something on Snake, post something. The point is, some people I don't know what to do. So it means that they don't know what to do. So we can actually dance it and put an education in that dance.
True.
So you can tweak it. And because why? We're a nation that we like fun.
Yeah.
So when we see that fun, we are attracted to it. So because we are attracted to it, we are not like, you turn it into education thing. That's something I was able to think through this weekend, and I'm sharing with the social media manager that's come. I think we need to now take a step further. Yes, dancing, but we are going to be doing more of education. Because I noticed a lot of our clients, they don't know the reason why they must use public health products. People forget that some professionals come and meet us. I was surprised when some people will tell you that they don't know what to use for cockroach. They don't know, and I'm like, really? And they've been in the business for years.
Wow.
And also, they were like, oh, no, because where I trained, they told me that fumigation is the right thing. So I want to do fumigation. And I'm like, even the team, when they get in touch with them, they're like, fumigation. Sorry, I don't understand. I just need something to for fumigation. So we need to now start doing of education with our dancing and turning it. So we might end up even start doing more of movies. What do I mean by movies?
Okay.
Movies in the sense that a short movie, which we have done before, where we we actually like you stage the play into an education, they dance, and because something a bit educative, so that we can really improve this industry.
Great.
Because a lot of you can go ahead, sir.
No, please finalize that.
Yeah, because a lot of us in the industry, we do more now. During your education, also be very careful because some people are educating and they're educating what's not practice. It just is, and you have more practices than you're educating people. It doesn't make sense. And maybe you're even educating people on products that are for professionals. I've seen it, and it's wrong. There are some products that I can use as an homeowner.
Yes.
Why will I call you if I have products? Please tell me why. I won't call you for crying out loud.
True.
I know that I can easily use pepper to kill snake. I used to use on your website, on your page. If you buy pepper, kill snake. Let me tell you, I won't call you because then you have told me that if I buy pepper,
True.
you kill. Because so pepper is always in the house. I always have pepper. Yes, you're educating, but the education that we are talking about is professional education that even by the time they actually listen to you, they will know that you understand what you are saying, you understand your audience.
True.
And that is very, very key in marketing. So I think it's really changing. And do you know what I noticed again? I don't know, SB, if you've noticed it. When you take very good professional pictures, and you use it also for your adverts, and you for your ad, and you use not video necessarily, but you use very good picture for your ad. It tends to generate, I don't know, it comes when you boost it, you'll be surprised what you are going to get.
So the thing about that,
I don't know, but I mean, I don't know, maybe there's anything to it.
You're totally right, because in the algorithm of Instagram, in fact, automatically when you post online and your account is actually a business account, it automatically tells you boost post. There's some pictures that you put there, and it is the boost post thing is not going to show. There's some pictures that you post or videos that you post, and it will tell you boost the post, because the quality of the content is very, very important. It's also the quality of the content attracts people. He talks so much about. Sometimes it's not about the type of phone that you use, but the lightning that is in that environment that you are using. So you can have good content, but when the quality of the content is low, it's just like you are snapping with you can't compare. It's just like you're snapping a picture with iPhone and you're snapping a picture with Tonosobe or all those kind of small phones. The quality is totally different, and the perception that people would get about you is totally different. It can't be compared. Because they feel like, iPhone, I value this person. Like, it's just sometimes some of this thing is action that the way people perceive you is not, it's not until they tell you. It's not until they tell you that, no. I mean, even sometimes, sometimes before I pull out content, I first think about it personally and say, can I buy this product with this content I want to pull out? First, put myself in the shoe of the customer. That's exactly how I do my things first. Can they buy from me? Can they understand this information perfectly well? Is this information correct? Is this video passing the information that I want it to pass first, as the listener first? Now, there's something you may mention about trying to recover. So that's first thing first. In content on your social media account, content does three things. Number one is to entertain. Number two is to engage. And number three is to educate. If your content is not doing any of the three, then it's not content enough. It needs to entertain people, it needs to engage people, and it needs to educate people. Now, the advantage of educating people is that it builds you totally as a resource person, such that they would always. There's somebody I've been following on. I just started following the person. First, I got this information about the person from a friend that I've been following on Instagram, Catalyst. So now, Catalyst is always putting on a story about eggs in his foods. I'm like, how will I be eating? This guy can eat 3 eggs in one food plate. I'm like, somebody now asked him a question like, why do you like eating eggs? So he just tagged this person, Eddie Abu. So I went to get the man's page. This man literally eats eggs every single day. I'm telling you, till today, I was just thinking about it. I cannot finish a food. I cooked rice, and for like 2 days straight, I'm not eating eggs, and I can't finish that food. I'm like, this man has literally just influenced me based on the content that he has been putting online. Now, okay, eggs is good. Eggs is actually the very good content. Now imagine as a pest control operator, you are putting information out there that this is the best treatment method. This is how you should do this is how your apartment should be like. There is nothing like fumigation. There is something they call pest control. People would automatically, when they think about bed bugs, SB will be the first person to first think about before they think about any brand. oh, I've seen this person's content. I've literally gotten clients that say, I've been following you since the day I saw this particular content, and I feel like one day I will patronize you or I will refer you. Automatically, when they remember, fly somewhere the SB straight. When they do this SB straight, how? Because I have put myself in their subconscious mind. That's exactly how content works. So it's very good. People who want to go into the social media space, look at the aspect of education. Now, podcast is a major thing now. People are trying to build up their own personal podcast. People are putting out information out there. Like that's the gist, that's the thing now. So these are the things that you need to also pull up on your social media platform. It goes beyond. Sometimes also one thing is also important. How are your processes? How do you do your operations? Let people perceive your operations based on the content you pull out. Some people just, put out their content on their social media accounts, and there's literally nothing that talks about how they do their upholstery cleaning, how they do their bedbug treatment. Put it there. It helps you close the deal before you even get to your DM. That's the secret. Some people just, I'm buying from you. I trust you because I want this type of treatment that you did in this place. I want this type of process that you applied here. I want the ease treatment. That's why I'm reaching out to you. These are secrets. These are trade secrets. So, first thing is how to content, how your processes, what are the things that you do, how do you do it? Put those informations out there. It will really, really skyrocket and boost your brand. We just have just few more minutes to go in. So for those who are listening again, you can drop in your questions in the chat box, sign in with your name and the states that you are listening from, and let us know if you have any question in the chat box, or you can call into the show directly on 090-178-27767. Stylishly, people are just listening, but they don't want to talk. All the best. Drop in your questions. They are just consuming the content.
Very funny.
Amazing. Somebody jumped. There's another question. Say, can I use an influencer to market a pest control company?
You can't know.
Amazing.
You have the money.
That's the fact, actually. If you have the money,
why not?
And if you feel like now, there's something about influencer marketing. It's a critical aspect that we need to actually even talk about. I'm going to talk about that in brief. Why brands select Oloruntade to do real estate? Or why do somebody just say, I want this person to be my ambassador for this particular brand? Number one thing they first look out first is they do their due diligence and their research. Does this person have the audience that can buy the products that I have? Does this person pull out content in relation to my brand? There are some people that literally can't be your ambassador because of the type of content they pull out. You can't expect Arole to be selling, to be advertising sporty bets, right? You can't expect him to be doing working for a brand like maybe say Fekomi, right? So there are two different things. So you need to understand, do their operations tally with your goals and your vision first before you select this person as an influencer for the brand. So those are critical things that you need to also look into first. Understand your audience. That's why in business, it's important to understand your audience. Who are the people that can buy your product? Where are they located? How can you get them? Okay. I think we still have more questions rolling in. Somebody says, how can I solve trust with clients online? Some people don't want to pay deposit online until we meet physically. I think this is a very good question to talk about.
How can I what?
How can I solve building trust with clients online? This is going to be the last question we're going to take in, because we have just 10 more minutes or less than 10 minutes to go.
How can I solve what?
Building trust with clients online?
How can a person build trust online?
Yes. Because some people don't want to pay deposit until we visit physically.
Please, in Nigeria, when it comes to they don't want to pay until whatever, please, that clap for me. Me. Reverse if you know you have your policy,
Exactly.
stand by your policy.
Exactly.
Understand that
True.
if they don't want to trust you, but trust is built over time. You need to understand that.
True.
Trust is built time. Trust is built when. So I had a job with a bedbug job with a particular client last week, and the client was like wasn't going to. I think he said it was saying blah 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 blah. I said it's not possible. The customer service was now telling him it's not possible, that it can't. Now, because I was one that the client called me, so I passed the number to the to call. So, and the customer service, sorry, please, you need to pay before we can even, our listing is 80%. If you don't, then we might not be able to come for the job. So that's our policy. The client said no. And they were going back and forth. Anyway, for the client called me and said, this your customer service is saying this and that. And I said, yes, they make the policy and I don't like breaks that policy. And he said, how can they develop trust? You understand that they're developing, they're so sure that we're going to play. I didn't sure. I made a client to understand. How is it sure that we're going to do a good job?
Exactly.
So we don't good job. Then that means he has entered one chance now because we have played down. So now I told him, I said, the point, I understand that you are thinking that way, which is normal. But at the same time, me also that I'm a business person, I'm thinking that if I do a good job, you can tell me that I didn't do a good job because you want to hold my money.
Exactly.
We've seen it happening several times. I said, so it's two things. So we just need to learn, start learning how to trust each other. True. And I said, come, the thing is, we've been in business for a while. So it's just a matter of time. Make sure that every client that you meet is a good job. So that if a good job, it's just a matter of you can be able to share them and say, please, you can check them. I can send you the next person. Ask them, we've done this thing for them before. And it was their service. So it gives them comfort that, you have done this kind of before and it worked. So it's a matter of time for clients to now start building that trust in you.
True.
And when you do that, it helps. So the client at the end of the day, we went back and forth. They did the job. And because the bedbug bad, that bedbug means we have 3 treatments on that bedbug.
Wow.
3 treatments.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
3 treatments on that bedbug. It's a whole bungalow and the place is filled with bug.
I mean, it's highly infested.
We're going to have 3 treatments. That is not highly infested bedbug. So the client is saying that if it doesn't go, maybe we have to go for comfort. I said, no, we're not going to go for comfort. The reason is because we are told them they need to declutter, they need to clean all the room coming. I told them that they said they will do it by themselves. I said the point is that if you do it by yourself, you might not do it well to do the cleaning. So we have to understand. So it's a matter of you understanding and being able to talk to them. Tell you first that I don't pay you.
One thing that actually even made me have that strict policy in my own business was the experience I had about 4 years ago. And this business, if you're not in the business, what I mean, you can be in the business and not be in the business. What I mean in the business is understand how, every experience is a lesson and a stepping stone to grow. There was a client that we got, and this man literally, I think I was in Angela when I started that time. This man told me, we should come and do the treatment. He will pay when we get there. And I moved from Ibadan with my technician, from Ibadan to Lagos, to somewhere around Meron. Around that Meron side. We got
Rich man.
We got to the client's house.
Rich man.
We got to the client's house and we called this man for like 2 good hours. We were right in front of the gate. Nobody picked up the call. It was now around 4 p.m. This man called and was like, I'm in a meeting. I was in a meeting. You know what? Can we reschedule? It's Kedugbo. That day, I'm like, never in my life will I try this again. Before you can, because imagine if this man had paid me before. In fact, if he's going to go inside that meeting, he's going to give us another number to call or give his phone to somebody else to pick up the call. The amount of jobs that I've turned down because of that deposit, at least 5K drop. Let me know that yes, you put in something. That, yes,
collect it.
Deposit. So it's very important to actually have your policy, and this policy, I mean, over time, lessons would help you shaping your policies very well. But for you not to experience all these things, it is very, very good as you are listening to these conversations on the Pest Experience Show. You know, we bring in experts across different states, across different cities, across different countries, and everybody have different experiences in their business, both in cleaning and pest control. So it's called Pest Experience, but we're talking about service industry. Every single thing that we're talking about relates generally to the service industry, and this can actually be beneficial for every single person out there. Even other businesses, some information would be beneficial to you. So this is where we're going to call it a whole wrap in the show tonight.
Thank you.
It's been amazing one. I think I have some comments coming in. Esther says, he says something, I'm learning a lot, sir. Amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for listening. That's the goal. The goal is to impact knowledge to people and ensure that people do not make mistakes that we have made over the years, and that some of our amazing mentors, the guests, have made over the years. This is the platform you can actually learn from, benefits, expand your business from. And you know what? There's something that we have not done on this show, and that's the aspects of talking about recommending products. I know some people have been on my neck on, what can I use for ticks? What can I use for bedbugs? What can I use for this? Some people even actually love my treatment process and go, SB, I want to buy this machine. I want to, okay. Well, very soon, we'll be having a segment on product reviews, and we'll be having amazing people talk about their product live on the show. And people like Hey Mobile, Pet Shop by D-Fortune. Also note that this show is proudly sponsored and supported by the Pet Shop by D-Fortune. That's one-stop shop to get in your product like Flocomafin. That's where you can really get the best Flocomafin. It's actually produced by D-Fortune actually. And also you can get in your Premise 200 SC from Pet Shop by D-Fortune. For termite control, that's the major product that works for termite control. You can call them on 090-999-07382. In fact, actually call that number from my head. So the number actually stick to my head. The number actually stick to my head. Amazing. Or you can go to petshop.ng or send them a message on WhatsApp 090-999-7382. Amazing. I got that number from my head. Amazing. Okay, thank you very much for joining, and thank you very much, Mrs. Damilola, the A-Mobile COO, for joining and sharing your words of your experience. It's really, really amazing to have A-Mobile live here to share our own amazing experience. And for all our listeners out there, this is a wrap. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful night rest. My name is Shofu Babalola Tofilos, SB for short. Have a wonderful night rest. Good night.
Don't change, don't turn off. This is the best.
Insight Radio.